going through and making these questions, this was one of the things that like really just got my interest. Um, is there an experience you had that impacted you in the work that you do, and what has it taught you?
That's a really great question. And I'm thinking about an experience that's tied to work, something that happened outside of work, but really shifted the work that I do. So, um, five, almost 6 years ago, I had my daughter, who's lovely, amazing, amazing soul. And I think before that, I did a lot of parenting work. I worked with young folks. I worked with day treatment. I worked in the school setting, and I
Mm.
always loved it. I think when I had my daughter, and just the light and energy that she brings, and the lessons I learned, and it's really interesting because then I started to do a lot of kind of attachment based work with families, so parents and children through artwork, right?
Mhm.
And the same kind of thing where I think as adults, I can only speak for myself, is that as you get older, you get more focused on the aesthetics of it in terms of artwork rather than the process. You're like, and you have these, oh, I hear the narrative like, I'm not good at art, or it's silly, it's for kids. And I'm like, art and expression and creativity, look like you said, looks like so many ways. The way you dress, the way you cook, the way you decorate your home, or the way you talk, the music you listen to, everything, right? So I think bringing parents to like a childlike, not childish, but like a childlike place allows them to be playful, also connect with their children or child, and then also we're doing these beautiful reparative moments like in attachment, strengthening those bonds, allowing you to be more present, be more regulating, be more attuned to your child, right? Like
Mhm.
strengthening those relationships because and using artwork in that moment where sometimes we do collaborative artwork together or we work with watercolor and it's so unpredictable and
Yeah.
sometimes you hear this thing with parents like, I can't believe it went that way, I'm frustrated. I'm like, okay, take a breath, look at
Yeah.
your child's totally cool with it, they're like totally playful. And I'm like, can we now take those experiences that we have within the sessions doing artwork together, and that becomes something that you carry forward in your life. So like since I guess since my child and still to now, that's been something I'm really interested in. I'm really focusing on doing a lot more kind of attachment based art based kind of work with families, and it's really kind of informed what I do now. And it's also taught me that, you know, it might be silly. I always say it all the time. It's like being a parent has also taught me that what, I'm not as big of a deal as I thought I was. Not saying that I'm not like important or anything. It's just that taking a step to be outside of yourself and to be like, hey, I'm gonna take my stuff, put my stuff aside, and be totally present with another
Mhm.
person or with. And I think that was a really humbling thing. And I think I totally understand when there's some hesitancy with parents around like being childlike or playful. Like it somehow is associated with like being like childish. And I'm like,
Mhm.
that's how children experience the world. And if you want to get into your kid's life and see the world as they see it, let's get playful, right? And I think it's this experience of playfulness that sometimes can be something that we haven't done in a while because we're quote unquote adults now. But it's something that I've learned that I want to incorporate in my life as well as in the work as much as I can,
Mhm.
and how important that is.
Yeah, that is really important. I feel that way a lot because since I've been told a lot that I seem to be pretty childish or something, I feel like that's the term that gets thrown around a lot. And I'm like, "Mm, am I though? Or am I just utilizing creativity to the best of my knowledge and just trying to discover what that looks like to me as a 26-year-old adult in the world? Like my little duck photo here, Professor Quacks, right? I put it up on my fridge, and
Mhm.
whenever I'm in a meeting with my team, we always mention the duck, and it's like a little levity in the day. I think a lot of
Mhm.
times people are kind of against that idea, but what is it really doing that's bad, right? All it's doing is creating a little levity, and I think sometimes we all deserve that. Um, And you've shared so many great.
If you want to hear more stories, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. To support more youth by youth led projects, visit us at youthspeak.ca, where you can donate and spread youth mental health awareness.
YouthSpeak Performance Charity. Speak, inspire, change.